Hi, today I purchased an old PC for about $4 and now we're gonna take a look at it to see how good it is, how it is working. Actually, I purchased it for the case itself, but it might work. We don't know. Let's check it out. As you can see, I removed the case door and I'm gonna remove some dust because it had a lot of dust and I already cleaned most of them. And I'm just using a piece of cloth for this. However, it's good to use a blower if you have one to remove the dust as good as possible. I also removed some of the dust on the components, but again, a blower might be a better choice. So because I don't have one, I have to do it with a piece of cloth. Okay, I think it's good. Let's put on the lid, and oh, there's some dust on the hard disk as well. Let's try to remove it. There's lots of dust. Okay, we can't do better than this. Let's put on the lid and try powering on the PC. As you can see, I left one side open because I might do some upgrades and see what is happening inside the computer, so I just leave it as is. And let's now connect the power supply. Let's connect the keyboard. Let's connect, what is this? Is it a hub? I think it's a hub. It's not needed, so I don't do it. And connect the monitor, the display, and the mouse. We might need the mouse. All right, I think we're good to go. Let's now power on the PC. Hopefully it will work. Let's take a look at here and see if the wires are not clogging the fans. So remove any obstacles that might prevent the fans from rotating. All right. Let's turn on the computer. And by the way, it's Maserati technology. It's the first time I see a Maserati brand PC. Come on. Oh, it's not on probably. Yes. Let's switch on the power supply and power. Okay. And there's a nice display for the case as well. You can see it has a nice display here. There we go. P5LD2. And as usual, we might need to press F1. And then you can see some of the information. This is an Asus PC, so it's an old interface for Asus BIOS. Let's take a look at system information. You can see it's Intel Core 2 Duo CPU E4600 2.4 gigahertz, and it's got 2 cores, and we have 2 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, and the version is also displayed here. The BIOS version, and the build date is 2007, so it's quite old, we can say. It's about 18 years old. So let's press exit and continue booting the system. Wow, we've got Windows XP installed. It's very old. Okay, let's press enter to see if we can log in. There we go, we can log in. It's logging in, we have to wait. And you can see we've got a bulky GPU over here. The GPU is I think 8600, and it's a good one. I don't touch it. I fear there might be some electricity, some static electricity on my hand, so I don't touch it. But it's also got a fan on the GPU, and the CPU fan is also running. So far so good. Come on, what happened? We're not logged in yet. Okay, this time we logged in. I don't know why it failed last time. And we got the mouse connected. Come on. Yes, the mouse is working. Oh my god. We've got Yahoo Messenger. We've got Hawks Game. HAWX. I loved this game back in the day. And we have a lot of old games. PS 2012 and some other games. And TCT, come on. Let's take a look. These are connections for dial-up connections. Back in the day, they were using dial-up connections to connect to the internet. Okay, let's take a look at the programs. Yes. And let's take a look at the computer properties. Windows XP Service Pack 2. One of the best versions of XP was Service Pack 2. And this is the CPU information and the RAM information. 2 gigabytes. We already checked them in the BIOS utility. Okay. It's surprising that the system is still working after years that it has been inactive, supposedly. We got, I think, 4 partitions, each about 80 gigahertz, so it's a 320 gigabytes hard disk. Okay. The hard disks are almost empty. Nothing important. Some games. And I think we're good to go. Let's turn it off. Oh, before I turn it off, let's check out the Hawks game. See if it is still running. I loved that game. Press escape. Come on. We don't have time for this. Okay, it's working. The game is loading and it's quite fast. You don't see any lags. Campaign continue. Normal. Let me actually connect the voice so that you'll hear the audio from this as well. Okay, I connected the audio. Hopefully it will have some sound. I can't believe it. It's been over 20 years since I played this game. Come on, it's taking quite a long time to load. But we'll be there soon. Okay, escape to continue, and unfortunately we don't have sound. Okay, we've got some freezes. Sometimes it's got some freezes, but it is working. We've got a new objective. Press W. You can see we have some freezes sometimes. So probably there's a problem with the motherboard or with the graphics card. I'm not sure. We've gotta destroy these tanks. For us to go as fast as possible and destroy one of them before we quit this test. Come on. Come on. Yes. What about the other? Come on. I need to destroy the other one. Yes. We destroyed all three of them. Okay, it's enough. I'm gonna quit the game now. Quit mission. And resume our journey with testing this computer. Continue. Quit. 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 Yes. All right. Let's power off the computer. It's got some problems. Oh, it's opening. We have sound. Good. Now we have sound. Let's make some music. I missed these sounds from Windows XP. It's been a long time since I played with Windows XP and worked with it. Okay. Turn off the computer. Shut down. Okay. Next in the row, I'm going to install this SSD hard disk on the computer and see how smooth and upgraded I can make it. So let's see. And by the way, this already has Windows 11 installed on it, so hopefully it will boot on without any problems. So I'm gonna fasten the screws to this bracket and then install it on this system. Okay, now I have made some upgrades to this system. As you can see, I have installed the SSD disk here, and also I added two RAMs. The RAMs that were already installed were two pieces of 1 GB. So there were two modules already, each of them were 1 GB, and then I replaced them with 2 GB modules that I had in my old system, and now it should have 4 GB. So let's see how it's working. I'm gonna power it on and power up. I'm gonna open up BIOS to see if the system information is displayed. Okay, you can see I have now 2 hard disks. Let's check out the system information. Okay, I have 4 gigabytes, but 1 gigabyte is taken by the system. I have access to 3 gigabytes. I don't know why. It's absurd. So let's go to boot settings, because as I said, there's already Windows 7 installed on my SSD disk, and I'm gonna boot from this. So go to boot priority, and let's change that to, I have to go to this part, hard disk drives, and check this, change it to Maxter. So the first priority should be Lexar, which is SSD, and now I have that in my boot priority list. So let's change the first one to Lexar SSD, and press F10 to change to save the changes, and OK. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope it boots up Windows 11. Come on. Yes, looks like it loads the boot menu. There's a grub menu. We have grub menu because there are multiple operating systems installed on this hard disk, Fedora and Windows 11. Let's open up Fedora, Windows 11. Wow, it is booting. It's the first time I'm booting up Windows 11 on this system. That's probably why it's taking a long time for Windows to boot up, because the hardware is new for this OS, and it has to probably acquaint itself to the system and know the hardware before it caches the information for the next boot, which will be faster. So we have 2 PCs here lying down and helping each other to create a good operating system, to create a good system for probably doing basic workstation stuff. Wow, it's taking a long time. Come on, it's SSD, come on. I have to pause the video and wait. Maybe it's gonna take forever. Okay guys, the computer, it took about 1 hour. The spinning thing took spinning forever, and I had to reset the computer manually, and the next time it booted, fortunately. Now I'm gonna enter my password. Oh my god. It's the first boot, so it probably is natural to wait. Okay, my beautiful Windows 11 now running on another system. Let's see how responsive the system is, and if we can count on it to perform some basic operations for graphics stuff like Photoshop, Premiere, and things like that, and Adobe After Effects. So let's start with Photoshop. What's happening? Your application is dynamically linked with Intel IPP libraries version. No DDL from the list below is found on the system search path. What does it mean? The most suitable for your CPU. Oh my god. So I don't know why this is the case. I was running this hard disk on Intel Core i5 and Intel Core i3 sixth generation, and now it is not here. It's running our Core 2 Duo, and probably it's not gonna work on Core 2 Duo. Okay, another architectural problem. Let's try Premiere. Looks like it is booting up. It's Premiere 2019, of course. What? We have some driver errors. Restart to repair drive errors. So it's gonna need another restart. Okay, Premiere is starting. Hopefully without problems. But it is still taking a lot of time. Probably this is not the best PC we can have for doing graphics stuff and video editing and things like that. Okay, let's start one project over here. And I'm gonna open Task Manager as Premiere is starting up. See what hardware stuff we have on the system and how responsive our system is. Okay, CPU is 99% occupied and mostly by Premiere Pro. And then memory too. Let's open up Resource Monitor. Of course, we don't need to open that. Actually, we already can see that our CPU is Core 2 Duo, CPU E4600, and we don't have virtualization. Probably it is not supported by the system, and we have 2 physical cores, 2 logical processors. We have 1 socket. Come on, our memory is only 3 gigabytes. 1 gigabyte is taken by the system. I don't know why. Probably because of incompatibility. And about our disk, we have 2 disks. Fortunately, both of them are operational. Let's check them out. In terms of the hard disk, we are in good state. We have a lot of hard disk partitions. Okay. Oh my god, my mouse wire has been stuck under the case and it is not freely moving. Come on. Okay. What is this? This application just opened automatically and it's showing that my hard disk have good status. Okay, I'm gonna exit this. I don't need it. And good. That's great. Not that great actually, but it is gonna work. Let's fix the audio sources, the headphone speakers. For the output, let's set speakers, and the microphone is not needed. Okay. let's try the playback of the editor to see how responsive it is. It's not that much responsive. And hello and welcome to this section. In this section, we will talk about database, and you can see it's not responsive. Applications. Shit. You will most probably need to add a type of database to your application because you will have data that you want to save. You have sessions that you want. Okay. Probably it's gonna handle things, but hardly, you know. It's not the best option for doing stuff like this. I also have Blender. Probably it's worth trying with that one as well. So find Blender. Where are you, Blender? Blender. I hate typing with one hand. So difficult. Come on. Oh, it's not installed on this system. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not here. Let's try Adobe After Effects. Oh, that one isn't working too. So we're gonna forget about Adobe After Effects too. I don't know why it's the case. Probably while the application was being installed, it installed some files specific to the processor on which it was being installed. So most probably it's not gonna work on another system like this, or probably it's just created for newer and modern systems, not for old systems like this. But anyway, in general, I liked the experience, and actually, if Office works on this, which I think it's not installed. It is actually installed. If Office Word works on this, then I will really like it. It is working. Great. And this is a recent version of Office. So great. I like it. Let's exit this without saving. Okay, great. So with just $4, I was able to I was lucky to find a system like this that will do basic stuff. I can use it to do basic stuff and probably some graphics stuff as well. However, I need to reinstall some applications like Photoshop and After Effects in order to work with them and get some work done. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this journey and this story about getting an old system and then upgrading it to use and get some work done with it. I hope that you liked it. If you like this, please like the video and subscribe to my channel in order to receive new updates about the new videos that I will post in the future. And cheers. Just in case you want to learn what is the motherboard for this system, it is PSL2. It is PSL D2 XGBL Asus. So probably you'd be curious what the motherboard is, and that's it. And before I wrap up the video, actually let's boot to Linux and see what our experience is like on Linux with this system. Oh, it is not PS, it is P5LD. Let's go to Fedora Linux. I opened the most recent version of it. What is happening? It is installing some updates. Probably the last time I was shutting it off, it was actually installing some updates. So it's now resuming it. Now that I'm booting up the system, it is resuming the last update that was getting performed. I'm gonna stop the video for now and wait for the update to complete, and then we will log in together to the system and see how it looks like inside Fedora Linux on this system. Okay, the system updated and it shut down, and I'm gonna start it again and boot up Fedora. Let's select Fedora. There we go. The beautiful Fedora logo is showing up. And if we press escape, we can see how it is running, how it is starting the services and components of the OS as you prepare to log into the system. Come on, like Windows, looks like this also needs to take some time to get familiar with the hardware, with the new hardware it is running on. So we probably have to wait for several minutes. Let's hope it doesn't take too long, or we will have to restart as we did for Windows. So I'm gonna pause the video and wait. Fortunately, it didn't take too long. It didn't take too long, and it is coming up. Come on. Show the login screen. What are these? Looks like it's a thermometer. It's showing the Celsius, the CPU usage, probably. Yes, the HDD, VGA, wow. And it's also showing the time. But the date, look at the date. It's the year 2000. It's too old. Such an advanced widget for such an old date. Oh my god. It's not showing the login screen. What's going on? I think I have to restart. Let's select Fedora. Too bad. The system doesn't load. No login screen is shown. So the Fedora bootup failed, unfortunately. We can say the Fedora bootup failed. But the Windows worked at least. And in order to make Fedora work, we probably have to reinstall Fedora, or at least Ubuntu, because it sometimes looks more compatible with different types of hardware than Fedora. Okay guys, thank you for staying with me and watching this video. I hope that you liked it. You liked the journey of buying this computer and upgrading it, trying to run some software and getting some work done. And I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel in order to get updated with the new videos that I post to my channel. And take care.